Thanks, Kenneth. I'm Tyler Gendron. I'm going to be talking about the underground aspects of what leads to potholes in Detroit and how to fix that. Um, to kind of just give a brief overview of what causes potholes, one of the major aspects is what's underneath the surface of the pavement. The ground underneath plays a big part in this. The two major aspects that affect the ground and then thus affect the pavement would be water and the freeze-thaw cycle in Michigan. To touch on the groundwater, what happens is the groundwater collects underneath the surface of the roadway, and when it collects underneath there, it has the chance of washing away some of the subgrade that's underneath. Subgrade is the sand or clay or anything else that's underneath the roadway. If you get a crack in a pipe, or anything else, any vaults that are below the pavement, the water finds the least path of, or the path of least resistance. So it kind of washes away a lot of the clay or sand that's nearby. And when it does that, it leads to a void that's created underneath the surface. One example of that was just right over on Canfield on campus at Wayne State. There was a couple foot deep just dip in the roadway, and typically those are created by water washing away the material that's underneath, and it's just left with a blank void underneath, and then the pavement then falls into that empty space. So the next main topic would be the freeze-thaw cycle in Michigan. What happens is the water in the ground, it freezes, and we all know that when water freezes, it expands. So as it expands, it tends to provide an upward force on the pavement, and this creates heaving. When it heaves the pavement, it cracks the pavement, either microscopic little cracks, or it can create bigger cracks. And then this also allows a larger hole or crack for water to get in and freeze and crack more and more. Also, then once the groundwater thaws, it leads to a lot of excess water that was in the ground that was frozen, wasn't going anywhere. Now that water needs somewhere to go, so it stresses the drainage systems, which isn't good, and a lot of times it can clog the edge drain that's underneath the roadway. And Michigan, it has a bad pattern of freezing and thawing and freezing and thawing. So it really stresses the pavement and the water drainage underneath the roadways. So that should be it for our main points, and we will move on to our conclusion. Thank you.